Shout out to the whole M Town. You know what I'm saying? Artificial.
30 years strong and we still getting it on. Overseas peace still blowing up my phone. Asking me, is that concrete they sliding on? Asking me, is that concrete they sliding on? Blowing up my phone, blowing up my phone. Asking me, is that concrete they sliding on? Blowing up my phone, blowing up my phone. Asking me, is that concrete they sliding on? Blowing up my phone, blowing up my phone. Asking me, is that concrete they sliding on? Asking me, is that concrete they sliding on? Hard bass in the track, got me in my zone. Hard bass in the track, got me in my zone. Hard bass in the track, got me in my zone. Asking me, is that concrete they sliding on?
All right, welcome back, everybody. This is season 2 of LABN. I'm jookindp. Phyouture's still on his travels. He may join us tonight. He likes to travel the country a lot, but I got class covered. All right, so we got a new setup for the lesson plan. If you were here last season, then you know that it'll be a bit different. So I'm going to go ahead and break that down for you guys. All right, so A, we're going to be directing traffic with shoulder motion, wings, and strings. B, we're going to be operating smooth with waves, slides, and glides. C, we're going to be getting buck with hop steps and buck jumps. D, we're going to be staying clean with L steps, footnotes, and Pac-Mans. And E, we're going to level up with body levels, step levels, and false steps. Now, let's transition this body wave into like a glide. That's where we want to go with it. So let's talk about when you're right here. Now, this is an inverted position that we talked about in the first lesson. This is inverted. Now, if you flatten it out and you come right here and you put this one out, you're in a spinning position. You can turn, right? So that's what we want to talk about here. Getting yourself in a position where if I go 8, 1, if I'm trying to get here, it's gonna be kind of hard. So if I say 1, bam, get right here, turn out, I can turn, right? So I'm just giving you different ideas about this is a spinning, this is a wing. That's your balance right there, right? So you can use that as a balancing tool. You can pick the other one up however you want to do it. But I just wanted to show you this because I can go 1, wham, and spin out of it. You know what I'm saying? Or I can go 7, 8, 1. You know what I'm saying? Step into it, and it's kind of like a wave because you're kind of using something. You using it to get over there and then spin out of it, right? So I just wanted to run that by you guys because it's different. It's other ways of looking at, body positions than just one way. It's several ways. I mean, like of course it is. Like when I get that arm up and I turn, I can roll my head, which we talk about in other weeks. It's other stuff, like it's other reaction timing basics that I want to show you. That's what we talk about a lot in season 1, the reaction time and like your ability to react to what you're doing because you freestyle. You're not doing a routine. So sometimes you don't know what you're going to do next. So you got to have checkpoints. Creating these small checkpoints just make you a better dancer in this arena, in this environment. As a choreographer, I don't know. I'm not a choreographer. But as a street dancer, this is the environment. This is the type of thinking you want to be in that environment. Like, because you might see somebody else's move and you might be able to flip it and they won't even know you got it from them. And that's how good you want to be. You don't want to be so good you can copy somebody's move. You got to be so good that when you get there, while you're there, you can scope the competition and be able to actually challenge your competition off what's happening right in front of you, not anything that you practiced or you laughing all week or nothing like that. Levels might go up and you might be able to just level up right with them if you know how to see things that they're doing that's fresh. and you can go out there and get on the same level with them. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. If you ever been out there, you know what I mean. Like, you will go out there, and you're basic compared to these guys, and you don't know how to change that. And it's nothing you can do about that unless you know how to actually position yourself to change. Like, my partner Rico, the boy is a dog. Every time I get with this dude, I'm like, why am I dancing with him? You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. And mine is a whole dog. I'm talking about, I'm up there sliding and gliding and spinning, and he folded his leg and rolled on the ground. And I'm talking about just crazy stuff. And I don't know nothing about that. I've never tried it in my life. So if you see me looking this way, I'm looking at the computer and I'm not looking directly at the camera. So, you know, all of these things are very intricate in you learning how to dance. You know, I'm talking about how to dance, because you can know how to do moves and then you're gonna run out and sit down. But when you inspired to dance, you don't run out of moves really, because your mind don't stop trying to create from what's out. You just reaching until your legs give out, you know? So, and I see a lot of that, you know, I see a lot of that particular fire in you guys, you know, on your Instagram videos. Like, you really have a desire to be doing what you're doing, so you can't do nothing but discover the things that I've discovered and more, you know, because nobody was there to really break it down for me like this and tell me that, like, it's really simple. It's just you making it hard. Like Hirsch, we was talking earlier before class, and you like, you was dancing to the song, and I was watching. I was like, man, boy got 1,000 moves, and he just trying to get them all out right there in the 3 minutes that he finna dance. And it's like, if you take one of those moves and just play with it and use the beat as a weapon, you have 5,000-10,000 moves. And that's the thing about dance, man. There's really no limit. Your brain is so much different from mine. When you learn jooking, it's gonna look different from me anyway. Your body is so much different from mine. And when you learn jooking, it's gonna look different from me anyway. So it's this whole learning thing. We just here finding out stuff about jooking. You know what I'm saying? We finding out stuff about freestyle, about urban, you know, perspectives of dance, you know, like random, I would say, not urban, you know, not traditional, non-traditional ways of creative expression. So when you get out here and participate, do your thing, but try to add a little bit of the lesson in it too. That's for my newcomers. I don't really, I don't hear y'all out there tonight, but, you know, hopefully the class is affecting you positively. Let's move on. I'm gonna catch you in a minute, Rob. Let's move on to the next lesson. We got lesson C. It's talking about bug jumping. You know, it's gonna make me sweat a little bit. So let's go ahead and get that one out the way. Any questions about the glide though, about the glide situation and the down right angle, spinning, anything that you see for yourself that you want to point out?
I had a thought or a question about when you're doing a wave. I don't know if it's just like what I've seen in general, but like I feel like it like almost always starts from a hand. Like even if you like start it from the middle, there's always like some sort of other attachment point that's like making the wave happen. Like, would you say that that's accurate, or can you start a wave from like just like randomly in your shoulder, like start a wave?
I definitely believe you can. I definitely don't believe I don't follow what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. I've seen it several times. I get it. But, you know, several times I have thrown the wave straight out from my shoulder, you know, or start the wave from here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like on several occasions. I mean, throughout my whole career, I've done it. I don't really know a time where I ever thought my hand was where I was supposed to wave from or whatever. You know,
okay.
Like I've always
haven't understood exactly what a wave is. Yeah. Right.
Yep. Yeah. So it's like it's a lot of different ways to wave it. I'm grabbing my notebook. Yep. But good observation though. I mean, but nah, that's never been me. I'm always looking for a way to kind of get it to, you know, wiggle it around and get it up into my hand instead of starting from my hand. So let's talk about ski bug jumps tonight. You know, we talk about ski bug jumps a lot, but let's talk about how we can incorporate this head lock effectively. Of course, we can incorporate the head lock. You know what I'm saying? You can switch it. You know, you can switch it, look at it, you can do opposites. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't want to look at it that way. I want to look at it on the stops. You know, like, let's look at not the ski bug jump itself, but what does the ski bug jump offer you? You know what I'm saying? You hear, so you got this foot landing on a ball note or a toe note, this foot right here on a flat note. So we trying to incorporate this and this, so I could, you know, simply, you could, and then you could, you know, create different rhythms, things like that. You know what I'm saying? You can, that's simple, but I want to look at how can I, and then when I get right here, what is my transition? What kind of transitions do I have out of it? So that's kind of how I want to look at bug jumps, because I just had this conversation with Hirsch again before class about bug jumps. Like getting in and out of bug jumps cleanly. So if I say, if I'm just looking, then I gotta go, I didn't set up cleanly for that bug jump. If I gotta step back and then bug jump, right? Unless that's my intention. If it's my intention, then I'm gonna put some intention into it. But if I'm just trying to get back in place and then bug jump again, it's not proper. It's not clean. You want to put your, first of all, you would just want to learn the position that put you in the right position to bug jump. And then don't bug jump until that moment when you have the position proper. So that's why you count 8 counts, because you want it to fall on the one, or you want to re-begin your 8 count, you know, with a bug jump. I mean, you could do it in the middle of the bug jump too, but usually when bug jumps land, they land on the one. So it's like if it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? I finally got it on that one. Man, that was it right there. All right. So that's what I'm trying to say. When you get here on the step, I'm talking about like trying to turn this right here into a step transition. That's what I mean by cleanly leaving your bug jump. Like, don't just do it because it's a bug jump. You know what I'm saying? Or don't just try to get out of it because it was a bug jump. You know what I'm saying? Make the bug jump a part of the combo. You know what I'm saying? So when I go, that's coming out of it. Going into it, you know what I'm saying? That's entering it properly, right? So if I'm, you know what I'm saying? It's still proper because I set myself up here to go out. So don't put yourself here and then try to here, right? Or don't put yourself here and then try to, you know what I mean? It's possible, but don't put yourself in bad situations. Like if you know what I'm saying, I'm in this position or something, and then I try to, you know what I'm saying, that's all possible because I know what I'm doing. But don't put yourself in a position where when that beat come on, you can't get back to where you're trying to go if that's where you're trying to go. But we freestyling, so it's never where you have to go. It's just where you're trying to go, you know, because in that same motion, I could, and then, I mean, I don't really know. I guess that one is the only one because I'm all the way out there. I could, you know what I'm saying, hop out to the side. So it's like all these different situations that you're in, getting out of them. And we just talked about using this right here. That's a perfect example from the ski bug jump. That's kind of like the prime example. Just to, when I get right there, I can turn that into a step, or I can step up with it. You know what I'm saying? And you can keep that level with it. I guess for this lesson, that's what we can talk about, just keeping it level, keeping things level out of the bug jump and into the bug jump. So that's what the participation will be about. Like, how well can you use this movement? I mean, because it can be used a lot of different ways. Right, and then I could have body waved and one. So it all goes together, and you can create a routine from that one little move and make all of it look different.